Welcome back to the prep series. I know I continue to start these and then I feel like they kind of fizzle out, but this time I feel like I've got a pretty good idea about how to approach this, make sure that I'm consistent with it and all the fun stuff. We're currently about 8 weeks out from our show, a little less than 8 weeks. I think it's like 7 weeks and 4 days or something like that. And I didn't realize until yesterday that I actually made a huge mistake. The original show that I had planned on doing was going to be down in Orange Beach, Alabama. And that show is actually like 10 weeks out from this past weekend. So completely had to change like our ideas of like where we were going to be going, had to figure out a new competition, everything like that. So we're now actually doing something that's going to be significantly more competitive. And we're going down to Houston. The goal is the NPC Lone Star Classic. I believe that's what it's called. But we're sitting 8 weeks out. Going to walk you through basically a nice little push day that I got going on, talk about what's been going on since the last time I really talked to you guys, and show you guys a little bit of the Zeke update. Nothing going to be crazy this time around, especially with today's episode. I enjoy doing these. I'm excited to get back to showing you guys what I'm up to. Going into our second movement, we actually just hit a rep PR on the incline press. That Watson piece, all the Watson pieces honestly here are phenomenal. They're hyper adjustable and honestly extremely humbling at the same time. But with that incline press, I think it's the most isolation that I've ever gotten to my upper pec out of a push movement. So that has become my staple whenever it comes to starting my first push day of the week. Then we move on to some flat press, then we got some pec deck fly. PR'd right there with our reps, got in a full set of 10, which is the top end range of our top set. But we got 2 plates, 25, a 10, and a 2.5 on that per side. Got it for 10 reps. We're going to go up to 3 plates next week. I'm actually kind of hyped about that. Been consistently PRing. This has been the smoothest prep that I've had so far. Food is probably still the highest I've ever had it at 8 weeks out. Got significantly more muscle mass than we did last time back in 2024. And through every single week, every lift is still progressing. I haven't really hit a plateau or anything within the gym. So hopefully we can kind of keep this up all the way to show day. I'd be hyped for it. Another huge life update that I've had since the last time I really got to talk to you guys is that I'm married now. Don't have my ring on in the gym in the moment, just for the sake of I don't want to bend it. I really need to buy a silicone ring. That's been huge. Hopefully I can actually introduce you guys to her. She's a little camera shy. She doesn't like being on my Instagram that much, unless it's like normal posts. She doesn't like being in the reels and stuff that I'm putting out. We'll see if she actually likes the YouTube format a little bit better, where she can actually show her personality, talk and stuff like that. But that's been crazy. I'm married going on 3 months now, actually in the next couple days, since today is the 7th. Today's the 7th of July. So probably about like 11 more days. 11 more days and it's 3 months. 3 months of being married, which has been insane. And I'm so grateful for every moment of it. She's honestly been my rock and my foundation, allowing this prep to be as smooth as it has been. I'm still doing a lot of the cooking and stuff like that at home, but she helps me stick to my goals. She pushes me where she needs to. Whenever it comes to the sport of bodybuilding and you are looking to try and be successful, make it a career, or actually just be a successful competitor at the amateur level, trying to make it towards the pro league, find someone who matches your goals. Find someone who supports you within your efforts, pushes you to be better than you were the day before. And I'm so lucky to have found that within my wife. She's not a competitor herself. She will never step on stage, at least as far as I know. She'll always tempt the idea, but then always just be like, nah, that's not for me. But she understands the life. She understands what it's like to go through that. And she pushes me. Like, I don't have that same level of support from like everyone else around me. I do have a lot of other bodybuilder friends, but they don't live with me. So it's different. It's been kind of nice having that whole thing going on. Another thing that's also been phenomenal for me, at least in terms of this prep, has actually been doing or committing to myself what I make my clients. If you don't know, I work with posing clients, but also work with prep clients, helping get them to the stage. But the first thing I do within like their homework is I have them pick out 5 things that they cannot give up on, especially whenever life gets hard, things get in the way, especially with trying to chase their goals, whether it's their physique goals, trying to get on stage, fat loss, or something like that. These are goals that must be prioritized. One of those obviously is their main goal through the coaching. So whether that's weight loss, whether that's getting on stage, those are obviously going to fall in there. But outside of that, I have them pick 4 other things. that whenever life gets hard, those are the things that you always have to make time for, that you always have to prioritize. That way you are able to stay present. That way you can continue to be a part of those aspects of your life and they don't fall to the wayside. For me, that ends up being bodybuilding, my job, my faith, my family, and then my closest friends. And within my family, that includes my wife, my parents, my brothers, prioritizing their time to make sure that I can still stay present even as things get more difficult through my prep, as my food gets lower, as my energy drops off. I'm able to prioritize the gym, but also prioritize those relationships. And since I've been able to prioritize those relationships, I have a better support system that's been able to help me achieve what I've gotten to right now. Another thing that's been super huge for me that I'm really glad that I've continued to implement every time I go into the bodybuilding prep is that I go to a new gym. Whenever I go to a new gym, there's no one who knows me, there's no distractions or anything like that, especially to walk up to me, keep me from my workout, especially when I'm trying to prioritize a million other things as well. But coming to a new gym gives me a new environment, gives me new obstacles to overcome, figure out new machines and where I need to figure those weights out at, master that control, figure out how the weight curve and everything moves, blah, blah, blah. And so I found myself here at Fuel Fortress here in Nashville. It's been awesome. The community here has been great. I do greatly miss my friends, especially over at Carbon that I used to work out at. They still support me. It's just from afar. Still get to see them, just maybe not in the gym, which honestly has been kind of nice. It keeps it to where the conversations aren't just about bodybuilding and I can ask more about their life. Find out more about them other than just like, hey, what PR did you hit most recently? But finding the new gym, finding the new area, especially away from all the distractions, really helps me lock in. This has been such a great prep so far. I can't wait to see what show day looks like. This movement's become one of my favorites. I've always sucked at connecting with my chest. So finding a way to connect a fly and a press in the same movement has been phenomenal for me, especially if you have like a single standing fly setup like this that's hyper adjustable. It's so good. And then even setting up with this specific Arsenal bench has been great because if it's flat, I feel like I don't have the support that I need, but this just goes with the curvature of my back and feels phenomenal. I feel it firing throughout my entire back. You can even see right here. Nice and full. Today's a low day too, and everything's still progressing really, really fine. Down to one high day a week. I have that on Mondays, and then the rest of the week I have my low days. Honestly, don't know what the calories are at right now. I'll do a full day of eating probably like next week. Really just to give you guys some insight about what that looks like. Cardio right now is looking like 50 minutes, 6 times a week. Do half that fasted in the morning. The other half of it after the workout. Makes it a little easier, especially whenever I am coming to the gym to work out with my wife. I don't want her waiting for me after I finish my cardio. I'd rather make her not wait, because then she gets upset at me. I'm upset at myself because now she's upset at me because I'm taking too long. Another thing that's also been super great about switching to this gym, I'll bring it back to the Watson pieces and how hyper adjustable they are. I've always had an issue with shoulder presses. Part of that kind of goes back to my powerlifting days. I tweaked my shoulder really, really bad. But since then, shoulder presses have always felt really weird, whether that's machine, free weight, Smith machine. Just hasn't really been something that works well with my shoulders. This Watson piece, like this shoulder press is phenomenal. I've had zero aches, zero pains with it. Been able to progress it really well. And my shoulders still feel nice and healthy. No tweaks or anything like that. I feel like since I've switched here at the top of my prep, the growth that I've seen so far, just in my shoulders alone, has been kind of crazy. Definitely no Boulder Shoulders Death Star delts yet. Give me to the off season, get through that past this entire prep season. It's gonna be dangerous. So I'm just super happy about this chest pump. I just got these tank tops in from Controlled Insanity. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Always hated wearing normal tank tops. Tried other ones from different brands and shit like that. I really like these Controlled Insanity ones. Not sponsored. I would love to be, but these are solid. going through a little bit of a metamorphosis whenever it comes to the music that I listen to when I'm in the gym. Right now, it's been significantly white girl music, specifically Tate McRae. And I'm curious to know, what are you guys listening to in the gym right now? I used to go from Suicide Boys to Sleep Token, Eminem, Kanye, Kendrick Lamar, EDM. And now it's just white girl music. Sabrina Carpenter, Dua Lipa. I don't know what it is, but they're getting me through this prep right now. All right, workout's done. Doing a little bit of posing practice. Maybe look at the physique a little bit. Not really going to go into the deepest of it. Really just going to show off the pump, show where we're sitting at, especially 8 weeks out. And especially since we are looking at this, I want to throw this over here. This is what I look like now at 8 weeks out. My most previous check-in versus my check-ins 8 weeks out from my show back in 2024. I'll throw those right here just to show the comparison and the difference that I had going on and the amount of size that I've been able to put on. It's kind of crazy. And I'll also throw the weight differences in here too. I guess like right underneath. But it's kind of crazy. You know, the problem is taking the beater off without destroying it. That thing's coming inside. No. I literally just have these things off so really well. Change the direction of this lighting too. To bounce off a little bit more within the room. Adjusting the exposure just a little bit so you can actually see more. I feel like the lighting is not doing me justice, but that's where we're at. I'm gonna jump over, do some actual posing practice in here, and then I guess do cardio, and I'll be heading home. Catch you guys maybe later at home, maybe next week. Figure it out in post.